Welcome to another episode of What's Going On. I'm your girl, DamitaJo, and we're getting ready to get right into the show. But before, I need you to like, share, and subscribe, okay? All right, so last week I talked about Carlee Russell. A lot has happened in a week, all right? And we're going to take a look at an article on theroot.com that kind of sums up where we are now. So let's go ahead and jump right into this article. Okay, so according to theroot.com, on Friday, Carlee Russell was booked into the Hoover City Jail and freed upon bail after the Alabama woman was charged with filing a false police report and making a false statement to law enforcement. So she lied, you guys. And she sent the statement through her attorney. Her attorney is a man named Emory Anthony. He's had some pretty high-profile cases as well, but he's a criminal defense attorney. It's only the latest development in a saga that started earlier in July, with Russell claiming she'd been kidnapped after trying to rescue a child along the highway, and has since played out like a soap opera on social media and in press conferences. So there was a press conference last week where they talked about what her statement was from the attorney. She said there was no baby. Then she did have to go turn herself in. She has a mugshot where she is smiling in the mugshot, guys. The Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis said his department still hasn't determined where Russell was for the 49 hours that she duped the officers in the country about her whereabouts. Now, that's the thing that I want to know. And we'll get to that in a second. So they also don't know whether she acted alone. But what they do know is that she definitely was not snatched. So I'll put the link in the description for you guys to read up on that, and you can see what exactly happened at that press conference. It's really interesting because, it all started from her 911 call about the baby on the side of the road. It was never about her being in danger. It was when the cops arrived and she wasn't there, nor was there a baby there. A nationwide search began. And then her parents went on the Today Show, and that kind of hurt them. So it's very interesting because what I want to know is, where the heck was she for that 49 hours? What was she doing? I mean, I feel like we deserve it now. What were you doing for that? What were you doing for that 49 hours? So as with any other story like this one, as I stated before, a lot is being added by social media, and people have their own perspectives. Some people think that her parents might have been involved in helping her cover up the story, which seems plausible to me, because they probably were not trying to be embarrassed by this whole thing. So I don't know. I will keep watching to see what happens, if anything else comes out. But as it stands now, she's been charged with 2 misdemeanors, and each of them hold, I believe, the max sentence being a year for each charge. I don't really see her going to jail. She's a first-time offender. It was a big deal. I don't know if she understands how big of a deal it was, but there could be some monetary responsibility for her as well. So I don't know. Get in the comments below. What do you think this is going to do to her for the rest of her life? She's only 26 now. Do you think jail time would help her? Do you think that community service is a better option? Do you think that her family should have to pay back all the money? Because, let's not forget, the organization called Crime Stoppers collected donations when this all happened. And I believe the tally was somewhere in the $65,000 area. They're not getting that money back, okay? So those people that donated, even though it ended up that it was a hoax, they're not getting refunds from Crime Stoppers. So that's also something. So what do you think about this case? What do you think about the situation? Get in the comments below and let us know. Okay, so this next thing, as you guys know, I love my HBCUs, and something exciting is happening with HBCU marching bands, okay? Check this out. HBCU Marching Band National Championships announced. In the first event, where Black college bands will take the field in a competition and battle for a national championship. Okay, the first ever Marching Band National Championships will kick off during Celebration Bowl weekend, T. John T. Grant, Executive Director of the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge and Celebration Bowl, announced the Band Championships will be in partnership with ESPN Events. So this means that HBCU marching bands from Division I and Division II will compete through the season to earn the right to showcase their talent in Atlanta and vie for the coveted title Band of the Year. This is big. We all know how serious this is for my HBCU band members. The committee will evaluate each band's field show throughout the season with specific factors contributing to the scoring. The rankings list will be on ESPN, and the 4 top-ranked bands, the top 2 from each division, will compete in Atlanta, where a national champion will be crowned. It's also important to note that the band championships are conference neutral. What y'all think about that? All right, I got some ideas of who I believe is probably going to be in the top, but this is big news. This is big news. So I'm going to be definitely tracking that. But this article is on Sports Illustrated, and I will put that in the link below. Okay. So now it's time for the Entrepreneur of the Week. And this week's entrepreneur is Miss Shakita Williams. She is the owner and CEO of the Self Love brand. So we're going to take a look at her social media so you guys can get familiar with what her product is. But I personally will be checking further into her line because I love it. Okay. So let's see what Shakita Williams got going on. Okay, so Self Love by Shakita Williams. This is a brand, a clothing line that she has created, reminding you to make self-love a priority in your life. So these are some of the apparel items that she has. I love the classicness of it all. Everybody is doing shirts and stuff like this, but it's all about what it says. I love the self-love shirt. I like the hat, heavy on the self-love. She even has stickers. She has bags. Real love equals self-love, which is sold out, and I can't see why. But hopefully she gets some of those things back in stock soon, especially after we share her out. She got keychains. So we're going to just, as usual, go over to her Instagram. We are already following her. Her Instagram is Shakita.Williams. I will have it in the description below. But she also has a book club as well, where she does a live book read. But this is what her Instagram looks like. She has a bunch of different self-love tips. Okay, I love it. I love it. So definitely go over and give her a follow. Give yourself a little bit of self-love today. And when you get over there, make sure that you tell her that you heard about her on Relationship Entertainment Television and your girl DamitaJo sent you. Okay? Shout out to Shakita Williams. Okay, now it's time for Yay or Nay. And I have a couple funny ones, and I have one just like, what in the world is going on? Okay? And you guys are going to understand once you see it. Now, this first story is, I found it over on Hollywood Unlocked, but I did see a couple other places after that. But shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, because we're going to read this post and see exactly what it is that I'm talking about, okay? Because I don't know. Okay, so in a truly bizarre move, a Japanese man by the name of Toko recently spent a staggering $20,000 to transform himself into a border collie. Yes, you heard that right. He actually became a dog. Toko achieved this extraordinary feat by purchasing a hyper-realistic dog costume created by a Japanese company called Zeppet. After spending 40 days crafting this intricate disguise, Toko finally had the opportunity to step out into the world as a dog and take his first ever walk in public. Okay, what? What? He filmed his experience for his official YouTube channel. Toko ventured out into the streets, fully embracing his newfound identity. As he strolled along, something pretty interesting happened. He made friends with some of the other canines. Passers-by and their furry companions were captivated by Toko's realistic appearance, the lifelike features of his costume, and realistic movements to those of an actual dog. It was almost as if they couldn't tell that he was, in fact, a human in disguise. Okay, we're going to continue reading before I give my commentary. In written notes explaining his unusual transformation, Toko revealed that his desire to become a dog had been with him since childhood. Perhaps fueled by a deep admiration for these loyal and playful creatures, he longed to experience life from their perspective. By hiding his human identity, Toko hoped to avoid the judgment and scrutiny that often accompanies unconventional choices. While some may find Toko's decision perplexing or even absurd, it's important to remember that individuality comes in many forms. Okay, so this man steps out for his first walk in public after spending $20,000 to transform himself into a dog. Let's look at these slides. So here we see him being filmed, probably for his YouTube channel. He's rolling over. People are engaging with the dog. This is very interesting. So it's a human disguised as a dog, and he's actually like, I got questions about this, like really and truly. Okay, so let's watch this dog's interaction with him, because he doesn't look like he is buying it. He is freaking out, and yeah, he's not buying it. He's like, get me away from that. And now the dog, or the man in disguise as the dog, is waving to the camera. This is truly perplexing, guys. Have you ever seen anything like that? Yay or nay? Okay, I mean, because the questions I got is, I guess I'll have to go over to the YouTube channel and see it went into it, because is his body supposed to be bent like that for that amount of time as an actual human? Like, what is he eating now? Who's taking care of him? Can he do? I'm confused. Have you ever seen anything like that? Yay or nay? But y'all know what? I gotta look at the comments. Okay. Okay, this comment is from Cousin Cornbread, who coincidentally was also a contestant on Ready to Love in a previous season. But he says, I love first world wasteful spending, laughing my butt off. People be so bored and unfulfilled with normal life. This guy is a trans colleague. Lassie is rolling over his grave, laughing my butt off. Somebody says another Ready to Love contestant says humans are weird. So someone says they thought it was a real dog. If men can be women, people can be dogs too. We're living in a fairy tale world at this point. Man, the comments are sort of brutal, so we won't go into. I couldn't read a bunch of them out loud, but that is wild to me. I don't know. Okay, so this next one is pretty funny, but it probably shouldn't be, because this little boy probably would have to answer to me after this. But take a look at this. Ain't gonna get the truth. You got to be patient, son. Why you sitting here playing? So what you wearing before you come out getting the fish? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Oh my God! You all right? Good to have him, Junior. Have him, Junior. Help me! Oh! Yeah! Oh Lord! Tanky, what you doing? Oh man! Oh! Tanky, what you doing? Would you have got that little boy, yay or nay? Okay, so this next one, this lady should be ashamed of herself. Let's take a look at the video.
Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings. Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 cases.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Did this woman appear to know what she was doing?
People are losing it. Like, why would she do that? Knowing that somebody who spoke sign language could see what you were saying. Anyway, was that crazy to you? Yay or nay? That's all I have for you guys this week. Make sure you get in the comments below and let us know your thoughts on the topics that we discussed today. Take part in the Gay or Nays. Don't forget to check out our Entrepreneur of the Week, Shakita Williams, for her self-love brand. I'm your girl, DamitaJo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, it's your girl Tia Robertson. I'm the host of Entrepreneur Insider. Right here on RETV, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for entrepreneurs and news that you need to know about. See you there.
Welcome to What's Going On? My name is DamitaJo. Each Wednesday, you can find me here at 3 p.m. I'll be over here discussing different things that are going on and try to bring you a boost of positivity for your week, because we all need this. We're going to share some feel-good stories. We might find a hometown hero. We may take a look at some trending topic. And sometimes we might even find a lesson in a not-so-warm and fuzzy story if we can. I'm DamitaJo, and I'll see you guys on the next episode right here on What's Going On?